Wow, looking at Alexander here, seems pretty calm. Hard to think that this thing is so close that destroying this whole place. More than usual. Anyway, welcome back to the replaying the story of Final Fantasy XIV, Alexander and the Warring Triad Part 2. Well, this will mostly focus on the Alexander storyline, because on Part 1 we cleared the Warring Triad pretty fast, surprisingly. So, we done the first part of the Alexander, we now continue to the rest, and we'll be clearing them tonight. And we start with speaking with Roundrux.
Roundrux thinks long and hard on what to do with precious glowstone. It is most favorite treasure of Roundrux, but glowstone is also what Mide seeks all this time, and has already brought Roundrux 3 whole years of joy. So Roundrux decides to give it to Mide, so she can be happy too. For now, Roundrux entrusts treasure to Uplander to give to Mide at next meeting. Even meanest copies dare not try to take glowstone from mighty Uplander.
Thank you, Roundrux.
Roundrux does not know where Mide is now, but she often gazes out on the giant of whirlicogs from Broken Watercross. Maybe Uplander will find her there.
I will get to her. Pretty adorable goblin. Sorry, gobby. Hey, Mide. From afar, that mass of steel has a certain majesty, does it not? But something tells me you didn't come here to share the view. What is it? Roundrux means to give me the Codex fragment? I couldn't possibly accept. She values that stone over the rest of her treasures combined. And yet, it may be safer in the hands of one more capable of defending it. Safer for all concerned. Gods know the Illuminati will stop at nothing to get it. Very well, if she feels I should have it, I will hold it in safekeeping for her. The Enigma Codex. An important section broken from Roundrux's prized treasure and entrusted to none other than you. Alas, it is of no more use to me than any other rock. You doubtless recall the moment when Roundrux first revealed the Codex fragment to us, yes? When she took the stone in her hands, a piece of the Enigma Codex burst forth unbidden in a brilliant flash of light. Yet it had been handled many times by others, yourself included, without ever betraying a hint of the secret contained within. Did you not find that strange? I myself was surprised, albeit for a different reason. The Codex is protected by an arcane mechanism, you see. Only those who share its fundamental principles are able to view its contents. It is rare indeed to find an individual with the qualities required to read it. That Roundrux possesses such qualities is an unexpected blessing, to be sure. But if the Illuminati were to learn of the secret, she will be placed in grave danger. Even as we speak, they scour the hinterlands in search of their elusive missing piece, but as far as I know, they still view our friend as a mere collector of misplaced items. For her sake, we must do our utmost to draw their attention away from Big West Shortstop, before they take it into their heads to return. And it's for that reason that I mean to leave this place. When the Illuminati learn that I have the fragment, It is my hope that they will focus their efforts on ascertaining my whereabouts. Needless to say, I may not return to Big West Shortstop for some time. While I'm gone, I would ask that you watch over Round Rocks. See that she does not come to harm. I promise. You have my thanks, adventurer. As I thought, I'm no longer worthy. Hmm? Hello.
Mike searches for Uplander with much urgency. Uplander must return to Big West Shortstop at once.
Okay. Muriel said hi. I must say hi back. So, Wedge, what's up? There you are, Leo, and not a moment too soon. The Illuminati are getting ready for something big. Ishtola reports that Alexander has started drawing massive amounts of ether from the surrounding land, which can only mean one thing. The Illuminati have resumed their attempts to revive it. And what's more, Backrix reports that the goblins are amassing substantial quantities of explosives and supplies. By all indications, they're building another weapon. In short, it's bad. But it's nothing a bit of strategic thinking can fix. They say who strikes first strikes last, and that's exactly what I intend to do. I've devised a plan which should allow us to take the Illuminati unawares, and I'd like you to spearhead the assault. Our rendezvous point is to the south, on the cliffs overlooking the Thaliak. Biggs has gone ahead to scour the area. We shall await your arrival there. Okay. Let's go there then.
Leo, good to see you. I take it Wedge told you of the situation. You ready to hit the Illuminati where it hurts?
You bet.
That's what I like to hear. The chief will be here soon, and when we can't get things on the way. Bloody hells, if it ain't Stola. No one told me you were coming.
An etheric disturbance of this scale demands my personal attention. Judging by the marked fall of ambient ether concentrations, the situation is far graver than previously assumed.
And you are certain that steel monstrosity is to blame?
I can see no other explanation. The giant's innards are well nigh saturated with ether already, yet I sense something strange, an irregular energy coming from within the barrier.
Be that as it may, I'm afraid we have more pressing concerns. The Illuminati are up to something, and we are mean to hit them before they can put whatever it is they're planning into action. To which end, allow me to introduce my newest and perhaps most astounding invention, the Electro Jammer III, first of its kind. Speechless with astonishment, I see. As well you should be. The high-frequency waves emitted by this device will interfere with any and all enemy communications, making it impossible for them to coordinate an effective defense. With it working in our favor, victory is all but assured. I see. So assuming I have understood correctly, you need only activate this electro jammer of yours, and the Illuminati will be plunged into disarray, affording Leo and his friends ample opportunity to take them unawares? Very well, proceed. Here we go. Wait, is this supposed to happen? Whoa, Nilly. Haha. Bloody hells! Whoa. You've woken it up!
Nay, only the left arm stirs. Could the waves emitted by your device have disrupted something within the barrier wedge?
It's not my fault! Not to worry, Wedge. With the Illuminati hard at work reviving the giant, it was only a matter of time before parts of it started springing into life. We just gave this one a little extra nudge. On a brighter note, it would seem you've saved us the trouble of finding another way in. Leo, old friend, it's time for your customary heroics. The Illuminati are likely still scrambling to work out what just happened. Before they do, I suggest you hop across the river and show them what for.
I must need discuss these developments with Master Matoya. Sid, would you be as good as to accompany me? Your insight may well prove useful.
Love the confidence.
Well then, it's time for some action.
Kitty.
Another spore stirs to life. The future unfolds exactly as expected. acted exactly as written.
Outlander feels shivery shakes. Arm of steel giant is wide open, and no Illuminati in sight. Now then. First, Fist of the Sun. Although you succeed in destroying the core of the Gordius, it seems that was only a temporary measure. The walking fortress has stirred once more. Its left arm now rests on the banks of the Thaliac. The entrance lies open and unguarded, suggesting the goblins inside are as surprised as you. Take advantage of your enemy's unreadiness and face the Illuminati threat once more. Hopefully for the last time. At last we meet for the first time for the last time. Hooray! Party is full, and we're ready to kick some goblin butt. Should also put my more food into my mouth. How about this? Nom, 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 nom. Oh, some are still... This is their first time with some. Woohoo! Skip. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, it seems to be the warrior and dragoon that are the first runners. First timers in this business. Ow. Whoopah. There we go, let's go. Uh-oh. Destroy the heart. Phew, nice. Uh-oh, boulders. it's all green now. Nice. Nice. I'm gonna give the Dragoon their shout out. Need that, and that. Thank you. Now then, what happened to quick things?
Uplander 6 quick things scurrying Illuminati. Think twice before threatening us again. Uplander is nearly through left arm. Next Uplander must push forward into inner parts and save round rocks.
Congratulations on your victory over Quick Things. While you were busy dismantling his flying machine, I finished charting Alexander's interior. The chamber you reach is situated in the innermost part of the left sector, which means your next aim should be...
Tactics does not trust Treasure Hunter. 3 years ago she summoned Metal Giant. Pacrix wonders if she still wishes to finish mission of dead comrades.
I do not blame you for doubting me. Truth be told, my former mentors often stressed that we were the unthinkable to happen. It would be my burden as the youngest to carry on their work. But building the Codex perfect world was their dream, not mine. I only borrowed it. As long as I was with those I held dear, I could happily have devoted myself to any cause. Seeing their passion, their joy, that was filled me with resolve, and it was that which drove me to collect the pieces of the Codex. All their talk of learning and reason, of justice and perfection, meant little to me itself. I sometimes wonder why I was able to read the Enigma Codex in the first place. Maybe it was because my youthful mind was at a blank slate, receptive to any ideal, if put convincingly enough. In the end, of course, it didn't matter. The Primal took my friends' passion, their joy and their idealism, and ground them into dust. Though I survived, my commitment to their cause did not. Put simply, I had not need for a perfect world without them to share it. So believe me when I tell you that I did not seek Alexander's return to realize the dreams of the dead. I only wish to see him again.
Meaning your leader.
The section of Alexandria you've been exploring is called Midas, after a king from the legend of Eld. Midas entreated the gods for a finger that would turn all he touched into a gold, and the gods duly obliged. But in his carelessness, he transformed the one he loved most in the world into a lifeless golden statue, and thus the thing he coveted became his undoing. So it was with me and mine, and we put pause for a moment to consider the means, and not simply the end. Mayhap my friends would still be alive, but we did not, and they are gone. My one remaining wish is simple, to speak with the man I loved once more. If I could do that, I would be satisfied. There, I have told you everything. Assuming no one else wished to question my motives, I would speak of Roundrox's rescue, as was my original intent. Now listen well. Alexander is divided into 3 main sections, each powered by an independent core. You have already fought your way through to the innermost part of Midas, the left arm. The core lies only a little way beyond, but you may be sure that the Illuminati will have deployed the bulk of their forces to defend it. Hold on a minute. Why would they choose to keep Roundrox there? The cores are just power sources. You are correct, and the answer is, they wouldn't. Roundrox is most likely being held within Alexander's upper body, but the Illuminati have locked the entrance from either arm, making it impossible to enter. Only our choice is to stop the core, and in so doing, stop Alexander. I see. Why, that's actually rather clever. The Illuminati need Roundrox to control the Primal, but if it can't move, they have no need for her. At the very least, they have no choice but to keep her safe until the Primal is in working order again.
Activating those cores wouldn't use up every crystal the Illuminati had. If we destroy the second one, I doubt they'll have enough to get them operational again. Do uplanders truly think metal giants can be toppled?
Looks like we have a plan. Disable the core.
Backrix shares any and all knowings. If help uplanders stop Alexander, what data does Uplander wish for today?
Nothing, thanks. But the mission is nice, thank you.
Treasure Hunter truly believes Soul of Lost Love sleeps in Metal Giant. Madness! But Backrix does not doubt resolve to rescue Roundrox. Go with me deep into Midas and deactivate second core. But do not underestimate the Illuminati. Day and night they bring supplies into Steel Fortress. Backrix suspects Illuminati are tinker making new weapons.
Okay. And I know it might be sound stupid, but let's try going again solo. Burden of the Sun. You have delved into the deepest parts of Midas, and its power source lies but a short distance ahead. For the sake of Idleshire and Roundrox, you must disable the core before Alexander awakens to wreak havoc on the realm. Your allies stand at the ready. Steel yourself to break through the Illuminati's last line of defense. Let's go. Now then. Burden of the Sun. Let's go!
Ready, guys? Let's go. Dodge! You know, like Piccolo used to say, dodge! Pull the lever, control the lever, embrace the lever, pull the lever. Oh god. Ow, ow, ouch, ouch. Done. Oh, these guys again. Whoa. Nice. Ouch. Nice. What is happening? Something amazing is happening. Oh, that was pretty cool. All the robots combine into a Megazord. Cool guys don't look at explosions, they just walk and turn away. Ha ha ha. And pose. Give my shout out to a fellow monk. Need that, that, and that. Now onto the core. The Maiden Nut. Knut.
They're second core, I do believe. Once that was commissioned, Alexander won't be going anywhere.
Diane, would I could see you just one more. Farewell, my love.
What? You're still alive? You?
Kitty.
Too frightened to face us alone, I see. Not that I blame you. We all know what Leo did to you last time.
To usher in future that has been wrecked, even strongest copy must sometimes pretend to be weak and let enemies win.
Oh, pretending, were you? And I suppose losing this core was part of your plan? Don't make me laugh. You know as much about the future as we do.
Good Things knows all. For example, Good Things knows one on Blanders carries true fragment of Enigma Codex.
It seems the game is up, Biggs. There's no hiding the truth from quick things. Very well, I admit it. I have the fragment. But I won't be handing it over to the likes of you.
Oi, wait! Did you hear him? He knows all! Which means he knows that you're carrying a worthless rock, while I've got the generated article tucked away in me small clouds.
Quickthings already knows conclusion of Uplander's childish games.
He's coming for me.
Hey, what's he waiting for?
Long ago was outcome decided. Uplanders think they are victorious, but luck is no friend to them today.
What?
And now, Enigma Codex belongs to Illuminati. All pieces fall into our hands.
Far as I can make out, everything's in good working order. No damage, no signs of tampering. I can only think it was energy fluctuation that did it. Just bad luck.
Bad luck? You're saying it was pure chance that the platform stopped at that exact moment? Then what about Quickthings? There is no way he could have predicted something like that. The odds would be infinitesimal. Well, however he did it, the fact remains that he did. But doesn't mean we have to stand for it. When someone takes something from you, you just have to take it back. Yeah. How did he know that when that platform will stop? It seems like he knows the future. Try as I might, I cannot think of a logical explanation for what happened back there. Not only did the platform malfunction at precisely the right moment, but Quickthings was the only one that didn't. It just happened to be exactly the right place to catch the Codex fragments. Do you know how difficult it would be to orchestrate something like that, much less predict it?
What a bunch of bleeding dolts. Why didn't we just leave the fragment here with Bactrix? Still, we did do one thing, right, I suppose. The second course of action, and the primal's going nowhere.
Forgive me. Through my incompetence, the Illuminati have all they need to control Alexander. And though the beast is now immobile, I cannot help but feel that matters are worse. Nor do our troubles end there. In our absence, Bactrix seems to have taken leave of his senses.
Do Uplanders forget something? Matters are too urgent for such foolish doings. What? Tongue flaps of Uplander make Bactrix almost to laugh. Uplander claims already to have stopped the core and lost fragment. To Quickthings? Look here, Uplander. Bactrix has brain case like steel trap, catching all heard things, all seen things, and he saw Uplanders leave but few moments ago. Bactrix senses something is amiss.
What the?
Bactrix is certain that Uplanders left for Metal Giant only moments before returning. He watches Uplanders disappear over a horizon with own two eyes. But it is impossible to return to so soon if Uplander's tale is true. Why Treasure Hunter also makes such claims? Bactrix does not know. Go Uplander, Trade flags with me day, and together think of explanation.
Have you been able to make any sense of Backrace's account? According to his version of events, we would scarcely have had time to reach the core, much less shut it down. But we are all here. We all know what happened.
Are you sure he's not just confused? Maybe he got lost in all data of his and forgot the time.
I'm afraid not. That is, unless the goblin standing watch near Alexander was also confused. These reports corroborate Backrace's. No, something else is going on here. I'm certain of it. The question is, what? If we assume for a moment that the goblin's accounts are true, then hardly any time has passed since we entered the barrier around Alexander. Time stopped? Impossible.
Impossible? You mean like quit things predicting exactly what was going to happen to the core room? I hate to say it, but maybe he wasn't talking of his ass. If time doesn't work the same in there, maybe he saw the future.
There may be another explanation for that. There is a device deep within Alexander capable of performing complex mathematical calculations. It is not outside the realm of possibility that it could be used to predict the outcome of simple events.
Using mathematics to predict the future? Not even I could believe that. It won't explain this business with Backrace.
Bix is right. Perhaps the presence of the primal somehow disrupted the flow of time within the barrier. It's only a theory, of course, and a far-fetched one at that, but it might go some way towards explaining recent events. To be clear, you're implying that the Illuminati are aware of this temporal disruption and have been using it somehow to gaze into the future? Very well. If you're willing to accept that, why not go further? Might not be the case that they have found a way to bend time to their will? By moving back and forth in time, the Illuminati could effectively manipulate the presence however they saw fit. They would ever remain one step ahead of us, or every ever doomed to fail from the first.
Now that's a sobering theory, but it's still only a theory, right? There's no point pegging just yet. Which, give the chief a call in our link pearl. Why don't you? If anyone knows how to untangle this knot, it's him.
Chief, it's me. It's about Alexander. We've noticed something strange about time inside the primal. What? No, not our time inside the primal. The time. I mean time itself, Chief. It might be best if you just came here. I await your arrival. So Alexander is able to control the time?
Is that a heated debate I hear? Boys, you started without me.
Now, what was that you were saying about over the link pearl?
Something about running out of time?
Sid insisted that I accompany him. Thought I would have come even had he not. Matters have taken a turn for the worse, I gather.
Oh. Really worse, it seems. Can't say that again.
The etheric fluctuations are akin to those I observed shortly before the Primal's awakening. In the absence of a functioning core, its form is dissipating, albeit slowly.
Ishtola, would you mind lending me your goggles for a moment? It can't hurt to have a second opinion. What in the seven hells? The ether pouring from the primal is flowing backwards, as if time were passing in reverse.
That cannot be. Such a phenomenon is wholly without precedence. Knowing so little of this primal's capabilities, however, it would be remiss to discount their possibility outright. If it is as we fear, then at this very moment, Alexander could be undoing our efforts to shut down its cores. All of our labors would have been for naught. Ah, the treasure hunter of whom we have heard so much. You seem unperturbed by our outlandish speculations. Was this perchance the subject of Wedge's communication?
Gods help us. If there's any truth to this, it won't matter how many cores we disable. The Illuminati will simply undo any damage we cause.
Then what do we do, Chief? How do we even begin to fight something like that?
Any ideas?
To erase the past. To return to a clean slate. Could Diane have known? Aw, baby.
Preparations for restoration of Enigma coders are complete. Calculations show margin of error of future readings is 0.03%.
Foolish copy. When future is decided, there is no error. There is no failure. Listen well, chosen of Illuminati. At last, all pieces are in place. No longer must wise suffer foolishness of unwise. Time is close to backstrike. Inferiors will make way for perfect world, or die. Now, restore Enigma Codex. Now is Alexander Illuminatis to control. Soon will cores disabled by Uplanders be disabled no longer. Reverse time! Once power flows to third core, Alexander will be fully operational, and with third core will its true potential awaken. Rings of time will unfurl, and all of history will be at mercy of Illuminati. Chosen ones will amend mistakes of past and reshape world into perfection. At last, prophecies of Enigma Codex will be fulfilled. And Quick Think's all thoughts will rule as king of New World, of correct world. Chosen ones, menders of history, be proud to serve as builders of this paradise.
Oof. Now this is a fine pickle. We don't have the luxury of time to plan our next step. We must rescue Roundrox without delay, for her sake and ours. Seems we have more questions than answers where this primal's concerned. If the Illuminati can't really see into the future, does that mean they already know what we're gonna do next? Ishtola and the Chief have returned to Matoya's cave. Don't worry, between them, they're sure to find the answers to our problems. If it isn't waiting on a shelf in the Charlian Annals, it'll be in some forgotten corner of the Chief's brain. You mark my words. And the next time we meet Quit Things, we'll be ready for him. Adventurer, there is something I would like to discuss with you, but maybe it would be best to wait until we're safely back in the short stop. I'll see you there. Safely back? Just a couple walks. I suppose I should start by apologizing for everything. Were it not for me, the Illuminati would never have summoned that infernal machine, or gained the means to control it. And now Quake Things possesses the power to manipulate time, to foresee the future and erase the past. I dare not think how he will use it. Returning the cores to their former state was but a forced state. When all three are active, Alexander can traverse both time and space. Nothing will stand between the Illuminati and their twisted utopia. We cannot let it come to that, Leo. Somehow, we must find a way to stop them. But first, we must rescue Roundrox. Of all the innocent victims of this sorry tale, her plight pains me the most. The shortstop just isn't the same without her. I hope someone will keep her treasure safe until she returns. No. Don't worry. We'll rescue her. Ah, Adventurer. You came at an opportune moment. It would seem we have a visitor. I was pacing about thinking of Roundrox when someone in the shadows drew my eye. I caught only a brief glimpse, but it bore an uncanny resemblance to Quick Think's constant companion. Shanoa, was it?
If the girl's here, there's a good chance her Illuminati keepers are close by. We best track her down, and quickly, follow me. Ah, we're gonna capture the kitty? Nice. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Aha, over there. There she is. Oh, he's so cute. Just as I thought. It is Shanoa. Or is it? One girl kitten looks much the same as another. And she doesn't seem to have brought any of her friends. Over there.
Okay. Blunders, what are all these snap scratchings and...
An Illuminati spy, sent by Quick Things to observe our movements. Well, I guess not. Given the sizable disadvantage at which we find ourselves, we thought to best relieve him of duty. He spent his final moments babbling about all of the Illuminati's deranged schemes, claimed that once the final core was activated, and Alexander fully operational, the fortress would gain the power to travel through time, taking them along with it. He seemed quite convinced that Quick Things was a prophet of sorts, a traveler from the future come to the present to return history to its proper state. Aye, and that's not the half of it. According to him, the battle of history has already been won, and not by us, for the future is written in the Enigma Codex, and we but play our roles in it. Quid thinks a traveler from the future? That would certainly explain how he was able to anticipate our every move, but could it be that he has already conquered the world of tomorrow? Have all our efforts been in vain?
Bah, don't flaps our graced Illuminati, make breakers hurt. Backricks would speak of different subject. What brings our blunders back to shortstop?
Having settled upon a plan of action, Sid and I were in the process of making our final preparations with Master Matoya, when this kitten scrambled in, mewing as if to beckon us. We duly followed her, and she led us here, much to the dismay of her fellow at our feet. I'm not one to look a gift girl in the mouth, but something about all of this doesn't sit right with me. She's been at Quid Things' side, make that on his bloody head every step of the way, and now she decides to betray her keepers? If that cat could speak our tongue, I would have questions or two of her, may have even 3. I can't even believe I'm considering this, but then it wouldn't be the strangest thing I heard today. You there, cat. You're Shanoa. Quid Things is a little familiar, aren't you? 2 mews for yeah, and 1 for nay.
Meow, meow.
Did she truly? Do you want to go home?
Meow.
7 hells! I think the bloody furball might actually understand us. But that doesn't mean we can't trust her. For all we know, she could be here to do her master's dirty work.
A moment, blunders. Don't flaps of Roundrock's come from Backricks' brain case 3 years ago. When Roundrock's found Codex Splinterstone, Roundrock says Black Girl Child is there, onlooking. Backricks thinks nothing of this then, but now...
You mean to imply that Shanoa here was present when they attempted the summoning? I very much doubt that. If she were a kitten 3 years ago, she would be a fully grown girl by now. Unless, that is, she took a shortcut through time. An implausible theory, I grant you, but one we cannot well dismiss in light of recent events. If true, It would raise a still more troubling possibility. The Roundtruck's discovery of the Codex was no mere coincidence, but that even orchestrated by Quith to further his own ends. A time-traveling kitty. Nice. Oh, this just gets better and better. Look, whatever is going on here, we're not like to find out by standing around talking. We need to delve deeper into that fortress. And just as luck would have it, Wedge claims his latest invention will allow us to do just that. I'll send him and Biggs on ahead to the Maker's Quarter to perform their final tests. Meet them there when you're ready. I'll join you as soon as my own preparations are complete. To travel back in time and set past wrongs or rights. Who could resist such a temptation? And how grievous the consequences of surrendering to it. For in allowing the past to consume us, and making our every choice, our every action the correct one, would we not cease to live in the present, and in turn lose sight of the future? 'Tis a path not to redemption, but to madness. Yeah. Time travel is a really nasty stuff. Can be in some ways good and in some ways very bad. If I learned anything by watching Back to the Future, it's not really pretty to mess with time. What are the timing? What are the chances? Seems Alexander is now blessing me with his time magic. Alright, time to deactivate the barrier.
The smoke is too thick. Can't see a damn thing. You have to press on alone. Oh, I see. Some familiar people. The eyes of the Creator. Let's go, baby. Woohoo! Boingy! Whoa! 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 Ow! Oh, my back! Oof! Ouch! Another Faust! Nice. We go in. Oh, boss battle. What the? Ugh. Oh. Woo. Whoa! Ouch! Oh, now I remember. There's one of those two-way things. Oh yeah, I also have to take care of that and add the bombs to that direction where the platform will destroy. Like so. Behind this one? There you go. Oh. Get away from there. There's another bomb. What the liver? Control the liver. Yeah. Smoke the liver. Does anybody know the strats?
go. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. Thank you all. Very nice. Fine work, old friend. Thanks to you, we have our way in. Stay where you are, we're coming. But first, now that you're clear, we had best get that barrier back before the big fellow gets restless. Wedge, ready the BBG second, and reactivate the barrier on my mark. Mark! Excellent timing, Y'shtola. Leon's done it. We have a clear path into the heart of the beast. Good. It is a relief to hear that at least one side of the operation proceeded according to plan. The same may not be said of the other. Our efforts to cut off Primal's source of ether proved wholly ineffective. Quite why I cannot say, though I am hopeful that one among us can. What? Mide? On the basis that she summoned that damn thing, you mean? I think you better explain. Like all primals, Alexander constantly draws ether from its surroundings, both to sustain itself and to gain in strength. Master Matoya and I believed we could disrupt, or at any least, inhibit this process by means of our Arcanema. By creating a vast and impassable etheric membrane between the primal and the land from which it drinks, aye. Which is why the old witch had me place those infernal devices of hers in every nook and cranny of this place. Are you telling me they don't work? Yes and no. As far as we can tell, the Arcanema are functioning precisely as intended, and yet, for reasons we have been unable to ascertain, they have no measure effect on Primal. Alright, out with it, Mide. If there is anything you haven't told us, we need to hear it now. We are running out of options. I fear it will not avail us, but very well. It all began with a curious encounter in my younger days. I was out playing on my own one day when a stranger appeared before me. He told me anything my heart wished for could be mine, but if I but heeded his words. In my youth, I did not fully comprehend what the man was proposing at the time. Nevertheless, his words seemed to burn themselves into my very soul. Reunite the scattered shards of the Enigma Codex, he said, and perform the sacred rite before the ruins that yet stand strong against the river's flow. Then, and only then, shall your hopes and dreams become reality. With that, he handed me a relic, a horn, with a tip of metal, which seemed to foreign as to hail from another world. It would serve as a catalyst for the summoning, he explained. A gift your friend Dravanchet, and then he was gone. Dravanchet? I know the man. Our paths crossed during my time in Limsa, in the days before the calamity. I might have guessed that the Asians had a hand in this. The horn of which you speak was once rumored to reside on Seal Rock. It is a lost relic of the ancients, with the power to manipulate the etheric energy in the very air among us. The Assyrians have long pursued the horn, fearing the devastation that might ensue were an artifact of such power to fall into the wrong hands. Finally, I do begin to see. If I have the right of it, Alexander's third core is using the horn to draw ether from the far and wide. This is no wonder our plan failed. Even without moving an ilm, the primal possesses the means to drain not just this land of ether, but our very star.
Then our course is clear. If the old witch's magics won't avail us, we shall just have to get inside there and dismantle the core the old-fashioned way.
Indeed, and yet we must be wary. We have seen the course of time reversed once before. We may well see it again, even should we succeed in destroying our target. That is not to prevent the Illuminati from simply returning the stricken core to its previous state. Aye, they are free to turn back the clock again and again, the primal growing stronger all the while.
So what do we do then? We can't just give up. No, we press on. Lest we forget, controlling Alexander requires the Codex, and the Codex is but a useless piece of stone without the mind of the Gobby girl. If we can rescue Roundrox, Quid thinks we'll have no way to flip the hourglass.
The Circle of Knowing once asked me with recovering the horn. It was through my own negligence that Dravanchet acquired it. That it now endangers our old world is my responsibility. Even were I not a scion, I should do all in my power to make amends. Whatever assistance I can offer, it is yours.
Then it begins. I'll send word to our friends in Idleshire. Biggs, Wedge, ready the Excelsior. Leo, prepare for departure. Let Operation Rescue Roundrox commence.
Kitty? What? Another kitty? Nee. Nee. Curiouser and curiouser. Even if we succeed in freeing Roundrox, what will remain of the girl we once knew? To the Illuminati, she is little more than a cog in their divine machine. They need her alive, aye, but no more than that, and they will not have scrupled to use any means necessary to force her compliance. Bagric said he saw Shanoa standing on top of the Colossus, at Quidthinks' side, just as you expected her to be. Do you think Bagric's new pet is just a long-lost littermate? The resemblance is truly uncanny.
Patrick sees Shanoa on top of Willycock Giant. This is different, Girl Kitten. So Patrick names her Schrödinger. What does it mean? Patrick does not know.
You name it Schrödinger, but even though you don't know what it means.
Well,
Seven Hills. It was enough that those Illuminati lunatics had a bleeding time machine, was it? No, it had to be a time machine with the power to destroy the whole bleeding world. I mean, I'm used to the future of Eorzea being at stake, but the future, past, and present all roll into one. We have to get round trucks out there before those copies can put any more of their crazy schemes in motion. Speaking of gobbies, have you talked to old Bagrics lately? Turns out the king you met wasn't Shano after all, just a doppelganger. He's already taken the little furball back into the shortstop, a given name Schrödinger, or however you pronounce it. Anyway, I'll best heading back that way myself. See you there, Leo. Ready to head back into the belly of the beast, Leo? Alright, let's get this rescue mission off the ground. First, some good news. While the barrier was down, we were able to get our first look inside Alexander's innards. As far as we can tell, Roundrox has been held captive in what seemed to be the central control chamber of the whole Colossus, called, helpfully, Central Control. As to how we reach it, do you remember when you infiltrated Midas? There was that cavernous room with dirty Great Sea in it? Aye. Well, we spotted one of those floating platforms, which goes back and forth between there and the place we need to get to. The quickest route of the city is straight through the giant's head. You'll go in through the hatch he opened just for us last time. Take care of any guards and secure the platform I mentioned. Meanwhile, the chief and the others will be making their way to you via Midas. After sending out in advance to sweep the place of any nasty surprises, once you have all rendezvoused, it will be time for storm the control room, while me and Witch stage a little diversion. Got all that? Good. But let's crack some Illuminati skulls. Okay. Now the breath of the Creator.